All right, dude. I'm excited for this because a lot of people are really, really into this.
Mhm.
Like I told you earlier, like as soon as I put out what's the request for who's coming on,
Yeah.
like 15 people went Jalen. That'd be insane. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode. Today is episode 11. I got a really cool guy. He got suggested to me. I've known him from school and just odd meets at like
Yeah.
school events or parties and stuff like
Parties
that.
and shit.
Yeah, introduce yourself. This is insane. I'm so excited that you're here.
Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Jalen Rose. You've probably seen my YouTube or other videos or skateboarding videos, but yeah, I'm a YouTuber, rapper, artist, and I'm here with Carson, and we're gonna have some conversations today.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So let's start where I know you from. Let's start in high school. Let's go because you were there for a bit and then you kind of disappeared for me, and I didn't really know about that till around last year.
Mm-hmm.
So if we want to touch on that a little bit, because I think that's an interesting part, and I guess
Yeah.
that's kind of what sparked a lot of inspiration for you. So
Mm-hmm.
go into detail on like the
Yeah.
expulsion kind of thing.
Yeah. All right. So some of you may have known that I got expelled from Dundas Valley. If you know that school, if you don't know, it's all good. But yeah, I got expelled for some. There's a video on my YouTube you can check out. Well, it goes into detail, like complete detail onto like what went down and like. Okay, long story short, I broke someone's jaw, but yeah, you're gonna have to go watch that video.
Yeah.
But yeah, so me getting expelled was where everything really started for me because I was in life really, or pardon my language, I was screwing up in life, just like selling drugs, doing dumb shit, stuff I don't advise you guys to be doing at home. But yeah, I was screwing up in life, and when I got kicked out of school, it really put things in perspective for me. And while I was in expulsion school, I didn't really have anything that I really like actually cared about other than skateboarding because I've always skated. But music became my like crutch, and it became a way for me to vent with all the problems I was going through in life and stuff.
Because that is definitely like a big moment, especially in
Yeah.
anybody's life, to have that kind of like where like you've been in this school board for such a long time,
Yeah, like
and you
all
make
my
such a
friends
big
are,
all your friends, and you get booted out
yeah,
because you made a mistake at a young age, and luckily you got to do the expulsion school and stuff like that,
yeah,
right? Because there's been a lot of other people that haven't had the same experience where like it
yeah.
just
Like
doesn't
I
work and
easily
they
could have
don't go to
got
school.
charged.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Yeah.
especially that's like a big time assault, right? So
Yeah.
and it's nice to see that you've completely changed, and that's what I saw. I was just like, it's amazing because I remember in like in the first class that we had together, it was just like, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I like, it's
Yeah.
not looking great. But then as soon as I heard that you completely turned around, you're making YouTube videos, you've got a career, hopefully a career in music for the future. That was just like that started something. That's interesting.
Yeah.
He's putting the negative things behind him and pushing forward, and that's something really cool. And
Yeah.
is that something that kind of inspired you to continue? Like,
Oh yeah, like definitely inspires me. Coming from like just making bad decisions and to changing it all around and thinking positively and all that stuff. So,
yeah,
yeah.
it's really cool.
Mhm.
It's nice to see someone turn around like that because that's a complete
Mhm.
180 there.
Mhm.
Because you're kind of headed down a bad path as you're
Yeah.
saying, you're selling drugs and stuff like that, and then you went straight into using all that negative energy and all that stuff into pushing into your music. And
Mhm.
also skateboarding, you touched upon that. I want to go into that. So
Yeah.
what? Because I know I've seen on your social media you always put like skateboarding videos. How did that
Mhm.
start? Did you want to go into like pro skating and then
Mhm.
it kind of transitioned to rap,
Yeah.
or how'd that go?
So as a kid, I've always like skated like since I was 5, and I always like had dreams of being sponsored and stuff, and like I always like said that I wanted to do that. But when I was at Dundas Valley, like I was spending time doing other stuff.
Yeah, keep going.
Um, so once I got expelled and I actually switched schools to Westdale High School, if you guys know that school. And Westdale High School is near Hamilton, which there's a lot of skate spots and skate parks. So at lunch, I would just go to the skate park, skate. I was getting clips. I was going out by myself with my camera, setting it up like on my bag or something, like in an alleyway, like getting
Yeah.
my own clips, like clicking record and stuff. And yeah, eventually I got sponsored by Beefer's Skate Shop. Shout out Beefer's Skate Shop. Go check them out. We got all the great stuff in the shop. But yeah, got sponsored by them, and that was a big move for me. And stuff with skateboarding just went up from there, really.
That's really so. What happened after the sponsorship? Because you got sponsored, you moved on, kind of thing. You got better and better, I guess. Can you say? Did you go to like events or something like that, or did you like hang out with beefers a lot more?
I got connected with like a lot more skate people. I got like a personal filmer that was working with me for a while.
That's cool.
He actually moved to BC, so now my friend Devin films me. Shout out Devin. But getting sponsored by Beefers opened up so many doors. Like before that, I was breaking boards like every 2 weeks, like to 3 weeks, and like having to wait to skate and to like get a new board. But now Beefers just hooks me up with like anything I need: skateboards, shoes, trucks. So like
Yeah, so you got the plug, you got the hookup. So that's also really cool to see how it's like it went from this kind of you didn't really have any experience or like you didn't have the something to fall back on when it happened with you breaking your board or something like that, and they found that you just kind of grinding out by yourself, filming videos and stuff like that, and you really just made the foundation for yourself, which is cool. Did those connections ever end up to like with your rapping? Did that ever work out? Like, did skateboarding connections help you in rapping or anything like that?
Oh yeah, of course. Like my one the guy Aaron at Beefers, he sent my sponsor videos out to like clothing brands and stuff, and like he's working on getting me like a shoe sponsor and stuff, which will also help with music because
that's more fun, right?
More eyes on you and more promotion and stuff, like
So I'm taking that music is definitely the biggest part in your career. So let's go there. I want to go. So it kind of you got inspired from similar to with skateboarding. You got inspired because of the expulsion and all that stuff. That motivated you to do something else. Where did you start? I want to hear what you started and where you're going and what's the plan for the future.
Well, I started out just just having fun with it, writing down random bars on my phone, just like stuff that wasn't even like good at all or like really made sense, but just like I started out just on my phone, just like any other kid did. And I just kept on doing it every single day. Whenever something came into my head, I just wrote it down, and eventually I accumulated more and more and more bars, and then I like started piecing stuff together and like putting songs together, and eventually I like finished my first song, and then from there I just kept on making more and more songs, and then a year later I dropped High School Chronicles, which is my mixtape. You guys can go check it out on SoundCloud or YouTube. And after that, like people started actually taking me seriously, and I started taking myself seriously. Like even before I dropped the mixtape, like I never really like thought of this as like a career or anything. I just was doing it for fun, and I wanted to see what it would be like to like create a project and like put it out there into the world. And like then I started thinking of like the business side of things and really getting into like the reality of things, and like I just kept getting better and better and better and working and like taking it more seriously.
Yeah, that's cool though, because like for me here I started and I was just like the first episode, hey, maybe I'll get like 10 15 views, maybe we'll see. And then it just like blew up, and you're just like, whoa, maybe this could be a thing if I can continue getting this level of stuff. Because like I first said, and I was talking to my mom after I uploaded the video, I was like, if I get 100 videos by tomorrow, I'll be pretty happy. And then I wake up the next morning and I'm at like 350 views, and I'm like, what? How did this happen? So like it really puts in perspective, like, whoa, maybe I can actually make something out of the thing that I really like and I'm enjoying, right?
And honestly, anyone can do really anything in like the realm of like possibilities. All you have to do is actually seriously want it and put yourself like in the positions and to make the right decisions on that path that you want to go down. And
like if you find something you really enjoy, you can do it so easily just because it's something, it's not work to you, it's just doing what you love, right?
Yeah, like a lot of people, they ask like, how can I do this, or like how can I become an astronaut, or how can I be a rapper? It's like first thing you gotta do is like put that work in and
Exactly,
start.
it's just hard work, right? And a
Yeah.
lot that kind of
It
like
comes easier.
yeah, it also scares a lot of people when you have to when
Yeah.
you do the hard work because they're not fully they don't put everything into it. They don't put their whole heart, soul, sweat, and blood and all that in just because they don't know if it's going to fully go out. And if you want to do something and you want to make it or do anything like that, you really got to put everything into it, right? And has putting, because I can see that you're just like, you want to put everything into it. Has that worked out, just putting and grinding out as much content as possible?
Yeah, like after I dropped my first mixtape, like every single day after that, like from the moment I woke up till the moment I went to sleep, it was all music. Or how can I like go forward? How can I do this? How can I like improve on this? And just like I took a year to like really invest in myself and work on my skills, work on my weaknesses. And now a year later, about to drop my first album, Life's an Acid Trip, and this is my first one, coming September. So you guys get ready for that. Making music videos now, doing all kinds of stuff.
What's your experience with the music videos? Because that's pretty interesting.
So I've always like loved editing and like I've always made skate edits, scooter edits, like all that stuff. And really for a long time, I was like hesitant to start making music videos, and like I was gonna pay like someone to do it for me, but then I actually realized like, cause I always had the cameras, like I have like a Nikon and my GoPro, and yeah, I recently just got like a drone and stuff.
Oh really? Which drone did you get?
The Unique Breeze.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I actually just crashed it like
oh,
last
really?
weekend.
Like broke it, crashed it, or?
Yeah, the camera got.
Oh damn, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna fix it, but yeah. So yeah, I started like literally a month ago. At me and my friend Devin. We actually, cause like I went to this other music video shoot and I realized how actually easy it is. All you really need is a speaker with your song playing and a background and just you rapping, and then you can just like add in like middle scenes or like what's it called?
Well, it's not all together, right? You just got to go to like a couple different locations.
Yeah.
And do that. Like I forget what. Oh yeah, Travis Scott just released another music video from the Astro World album or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was literally just he was in a house. It was black and white, walking around. There was like dead people on the ground. It was Wake Up, yeah. So and it's just he's just walking around. That's it. And then he just starts floating. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't need to be floating.
It's
but like,
all in the editing mostly. Like
as long as you get like it's just filming a ton of stuff.
And then you can add in like middle parts. That is like.
What do you mean middle parts?
What's it called? B-roll.
Oh yeah.
Like random like.
Just like clips of whatever, the cars or something like that. That always works with rap.
And like you just have to be creative and think outside of the box. Like for this music video for a song on High School Chronicles, I literally it was raining and like usually you'd be like, fuck, we can't film anymore because it's raining.
Yeah.
But me like thinking creative and being artsy, I'm like, all right, there's a rain puddle right here on the ground. Let's get some like slow-mo shots of like the rain like hitting the water and reflections and stuff, and like
that's cool.
Anything like that you can just
you just gotta you said yourself like just think outside the box and it'll work out eventually, right? Especially like for you and me, because we both have to make content and stuff like that. Your music, I'm kind of podcasts and whatever I do in the future. It's just like you need to create a base for yourself and put out as much stuff as possible, right? And it's just like it's so much fun doing that because we both enjoy it. Yeah. And then it's like it's so much work. And I was talking to you about it earlier. Like when you try and like market your stuff, there's so many different tiers at this point. Like in like if you look at social media now, there's like 15 different things that you need to go on to like properly promote yourself. If you want to go full tilt with it, you got like Snapchat, Instagram, all that stuff, and it's such a pain, but it's so much fun at the same time, right?
And obviously, like when you first start out, you're gonna have those like haters that just don't like you because they just like look at you and they're just like, I don't like this person.
Yeah, and it's
you can't really give a if what you're doing makes you happy, then it shouldn't matter what anyone else really thinks about it. And if they are talking shit, they can die. Okay, so
it's a little harsh. That's a little harsh. No, but yeah. So what's for me? I haven't had this is 3 weeks of doing this. You've been doing music a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
What's your experience with haters? Because I think my biggest hater is one person that disliked my video. That's
Oh,
it.
true.
I don't have much experience in it yet.
Well, I like to self promote myself, and I usually send out these like messages every day to like people that like recently followed me, and it's just like,
Yeah.
hey, check out my like latest stuff. Thanks for following me. And so usually like 5 out of 10 people will like answer and be like, sure, like I'll check out your stuff, and they end up becoming fans. And then there's always that like 1 out of 10 person that's just like you, or like just
Yeah.
doesn't like
That's
you.
just people busting balls though. That
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
most of the time it's not personal. It's just like they just trying to get a laugh for themselves.
Yeah, yeah. And I learned that uh if you respond negatively to negative comments, then it doesn't do anything but like make more negativity, and also other people can see those comments and it just makes bad vibes. But if you respond positively with negative comments, like say someone answers my message with just like "F you," I'll just be like, oh, having a bad day, like I hope your day gets better, or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
It works,
And some people just like they'll still hate, or other people will be like, hey, this guy responded like positively, I'm gonna go actually check out his stuff because
Yeah, that works. A lot of
Yeah.
people do like they just kind of it's a better feeling when you see someone that goes, "Oh, they respond to hate with a positive tone."
yeah,
Because as soon as you see hate and hate, it just grows and it's going to multiply. You're going to
Yeah,
create
yeah,
a
yeah.
like a 20 link chain of just people complaining and doing all that stuff, and it's going to bring like a negative tone to what you're doing.
Uh-huh.
But if you respond with the positive like you're saying, it just brings it so much it uplifts you above them
Mm-hmm.
because you're the happier person. You're
Yeah,
not
of
doing
course.
anything negatively, pardon me. And it's just a nicer vibe in total. Like it's just like
And honestly, it makes them mad because they didn't get to you. Like
exactly.
they didn't.
As soon as you
all
put
they
yourself
want
on
is
that
a
pedestal.
reaction.
Yeah, it's true. Which that's crazy. So we also got to talk about your concert because that was really cool.
Oh yeah.
I didn't get to go, but I did want to go to check it out. Yeah.
Yeah. So they were 19 plus, so not a lot of people could go, but it was really fun. Learning to perform and stuff, and just being in front of people.
This was your first performance in front of people, right?
Yeah. I actually like overhyped it like in my head, and I thought like it was gonna be super scary. And then like right when I got on the stage, I was like, this is easy. Like these people, like I was the best, obviously performing, and so like there wasn't really a lot to be scared of.
Yeah, for sure.
And like right when I got on stage, I realized like there's nothing, like you can just have fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
And now like I'm excited to do more shows, and I wanna host my own, like rent out a venue. I'm waiting to get like some people that want to pitch on renting out a venue for like security and all the fees and stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna host my own shows and invite my own artists and stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna make your own like concert kind of thing. That's
Yeah.
cool. Who have you thought? Like, do you want to stick all hip hop, or are you gonna like expand out to different people, like EDM or stuff like that?
Whoever really I f with. I know a lot of like artists that are around the Hamilton area. Some of them are on my album. I would invite them out. You know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Do you have any features on your album?
Oh, I have like 10 or like
Yeah.
yeah.
How many songs do you have?
18.
Damn, that's good. That's heavy.
Yeah.
What is that, like an hour and a half of content?
Yeah, like an hour and like 5 minutes.
Oh, that's sick. That's so cool. So, what's the plan for the future, though?
Right now, at the moment, I'm just working on getting out these music videos. Obviously YouTube videos every like other day. Like, I got so many YouTube videos just stored up on my computer and my hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to just put out content like nonstop, like just get out all this old stuff that I have, music videos, and my main focus right now is just my album. Like it's all written and stuff, and like I have demo recordings like on my computer. But this month of August, I'm just gonna be like going over like all the songs, practicing like perfecting the flows, perfecting how I say things, and then recording, mixing, finalizing, and like promoting it. And then once my album drops, it's the next step from there, like music video shows, like whatever.
Do you have an end game
next.
though? Like with all this?
Um,
Like, do you want to make it to like perform at Coachella? Like, do you have something envisioned? Like, what's the dream?
mm, the dream is just like, honestly, the dream is just like do what I love to do and just like have fun doing it for the longest possible. If like if I get famous or like anything good happens, like that's a byproduct of like happiness, you know.
So like the money and the fame isn't something that's motivating you. It's you don't really care about that. You just really you're on the grind for it.
Yeah, I started out like kind of thinking that direction and like, cause like everyone wants to make it big and stuff. But then I realized like there's people like 6ix9ine and there's people getting famous for memes and stuff. It's like anyone can really blow up easily, but that's not like that shouldn't be like your reason for why you do it.
It's
and
true.
Like once you like stop thinking about that and just do it because that's what you want to do, it's like a lot less stressful.
That's cool. It is because for me at the beginning, well, not really the beginning. Again, I was just like, oh, I want to do this. Like I have an end goal for the podcast, and I want to try and make it to be like the next like Tonight Show host or something like that, because I think that would be really cool. And then from there I can like build a business or whatever, because I'm still also like I really like business and stuff like that. But if you take that completely away and you just focus on what you're doing rather than thinking about too far in the future and like this is what I'm gonna do and jinx kind of yourself before you get there, it's really nice because you just sit back and you're like, this is what needs to happen. This is how I'm going to get there, but I need to focus on what I'm doing now, right?
I'd say my end goal actually is to like make music as long as I can and leave something behind after like I'm not on this earth and shit. I want to like leave a legacy of just like great albums, and yeah.
That's cool.
Cause like I like to not instead of having an end goal, I just have like goals and checkpoints that I reach, and I just like keep making more and more for myself, and it just goes up from there, and like there's no telling what's
gonna happen.
Yeah.
So next year you're doing school?
Yep.
Sheridan, what are you doing there?
Art fundamentals, which is like
what is that? Yeah.
General understanding of like all the different kinds of arts.
Yeah.
It's just a 1-year program because I'm not really sure what I'm gonna be doing a year from now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just decided to.
So is that like a backup plan at all, just in case it doesn't work out? Because the music is the difficult area, right?
Yeah. I'd love to do like graphic design for people and stuff like that, and like different kinds of art. Yeah.
Yeah, because I have seen you had a whole bunch of was that a Wu-Tang thing you painted, or what was that?
Which one?
Oh, you have a whole bunch. I didn't know. I thought you just had one painting. How much do you paint?
My entire studio wall is covered in painting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So is that another thing? Like, it's another pastime.
Art.
So you are a true artist.
Yeah. Yeah. I started taking art actually. Like I've been taking art, like since grade 9, really, because you have to in grade 9.
Yeah.
And I started out honestly just like taking art class because I thought like there's hot girls in art class because there always is. And I just started like listening to music, smoking weed, and just making like dope ass art. And then when I switched schools to Westdale, there's a like huge art program at Westdale. So, yeah, I started actually loving making art. And my teacher, Miss Vivian, so shout out Miss Vivian, great teacher. She taught me so much stuff, and yeah, I actually like love art now that because last semester I had like 3 art classes, so I was just doing art all day, and then like English was my other class.
How did you do art on is the expulsion school like an actual place, or was it like you have to do online school?
So for like a month after I got expelled, because like they need a place for you to go before you get like accepted to a different school.
Yeah.
So expulsion school is just like a place I went for a month to like still get my credits from the year before, and yeah, it's just like a transitional.
Oh, so it's like a spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was before you got expelled there, and then you went to Westdale.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you graduated from Westdale.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
How'd that go? Like it would know. All went clean because you were in skateboarding and all that stuff. You found yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. My marks were good since I had like 3 art classes and like English, and then the semester before I had 2 construction, 1 art, and math or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like there's a wider like a range of classes you can take at Westdale, so I actually was like interested in the stuff I was doing.
Yeah.
So that
yeah.
helped out a lot.
My school's pretty small when it comes to that. It's like science is the only area they put all their money into, and even then, sometimes it's bad. But yeah, it's kind of cool though. Actually, no, it's not kind of cool. It's really cool how quickly and how well you pulled yourself around, right?
Yeah, like in grade 11 when I got expelled, I was failing like 3 classes, and like they were easy classes like photography and stuff. Like I just didn't
go.
Didn't care. Like all I really cared about was like re-upping, selling, making money or whatever at school, like and getting high and and just like partying and just like dumb stuff.
So it was just a waste of.
Yeah.
It wasn't the right stuff.
Yeah.
For you to be in like a positive environment.
Yeah, and when I got expelled, I wanted to go back to DVSS, but now like I wouldn't go back. Obviously,
it was better for you not to go.
Yeah.
Do you think it was a change in environment that saved everything and helped?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And Westdale opened up so many different doors, like more access to like. There's more like things to do. Like at DVSS, like your main options are just smoking weed at lunch or just like chilling inside, not really do anything. But at Westdale, like I was skating at lunch instead of doing dumb stuff and just like
there's it for people like that like need to move, need to do something.
Mm-hmm.
It's a better area just because there's so many other alternatives. Even if you put it in the terms of like lunch, from Dundas, how far do you need to go to get food? You've got to go all the way down into downtown Dundas, where Westdale, it's a 3-minute walk and you have tons of restaurants from like Mediterranean to like Italian. Like there's so many. If you put it that way, there's so much different stuff you can look at and do, right? So that I'm betting on that's something that definitely helped because it's just a big change of scenery. It's new people. You get a fresh start, right?
Yeah. The one thing that was hard was like being by myself for a long time, like because like at DVSS I had like so many friends and I was so used to just like coming to school every day and talking to my friends and like knowing like 30 people. And when I got expelled, first of all, for the month I was in expulsion school, like I was all alone every day, like just alone with my music, and that actually helped a lot. I started listening to music a lot more and like taking it in more, and yeah, learning to like do stuff on my own and not rely on other people was a big thing.
Yeah.
And when I went to Westdale, like I had a few friends that I knew, but they weren't always like at school and they weren't always like there, so I still had to do stuff for myself. And even this year, like everyone that I knew like graduated or like didn't come to school, so I was like pretty much alone the entire school year, except for when people that didn't go to the school would like link me at lunch or something. But other than that, like I had to do things for myself, and yeah, learning to be independent is a big step.
Yeah, it is, man. I gotta congratulate you on that full turnaround.
Thank
I'm just worried that the camera's gonna cut out because that always happens and it's a pain in the ass.
you.
But dude, thanks for coming on. It was great. I really enjoyed this because I got to learn a lot about you. I'm excited for the music career. I'm excited for the album. Shout it out. Let's get those bars in there you were talking about.
Yeah. So Life's a Acid Trip, and this is my first one, coming this September. I haven't picked a date yet. I'm just waiting to like, I wanna take my time with this album, and I wanna like wait till I think it's perfect or like the best that I can produce out there. So yeah, I'm just perfecting it, but that will be coming this year, so get ready for that. Music videos, we got the ADHD music video dropping August 1st, High School Chronicle music video next. Yeah, I'm about to spit some bars.
Alright, let's pause it.
We say sleeveless, we breathe it. Needless to say, we need us. Missing something like Kelly without Regis. Attempt to reach a regions, content with seeing demons with intent of defeating. Consent is not needed to prevent what is evil. I can evil to these people who invested in the needles. That's a weapon that is lethal. Leave you destined for cathedrals. Rest and pray for the vultures and the seagulls. The culture is in shambles. Cause these adultery scandals. Now we gamble like the kids said. Like a beach, and I brought my sandals. We speak in nursery rhymes. Polly Pocket picked a pile of peppers. Probably past the purchase peach and shit. A piece of shit, but I'm at peace with it. Feed the shit, see within. Seek a friend, keep a pen by my side. For this ride, always high till I die. Take a step aside and take a side. I'm the guy sitting stagnant, step in the sky. Chillin', illin', killer, chillin' shy as hella Keller high. Just trying to solidify, find your shit to rhyme. Why? The flow, oh so impeccable. If you skeptical, unsusceptible, susceptible to thieves through your spectacles. Shake your skeletal, it's volatile. Hucking flaming tomahawks like quadrants. I hated adversaries like they Squidward, Plankton and Gary. Got you niggas saying damn, those are big words like Big Bird or Clifford. Shit is scary. Sorry, I'm the tangent bandit. Abandoning the advancements and advances from my anthems. Never planned it, but it happened to the planet. I'm a captain. Turn my ashes to a record. Shit to me, anything happen. Protect the fraud faces, there's too many like a decagon or a deck for fun. Used to think life was Yu-Gi-Oh, Bakugan, Pokemon, and Genghis Khan. But one day you're here and one day you're gone. Life could be short or life could be long. Truly is a journey or a trip like you tripping. Paper thin line between reality and fiction. Yo, life's an ass trip. It's my first one. Coming September, you already know what that shit is.
That's awesome. Dude, dope. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, bro, respect.